What's going on, Beamer fans? Welcome back to Beamer Review. If this is your first time on this channel, what we do here is showcase the latest BMWs that just hit the market. And today we have the 2022 BMW X4M. And one quick comment to my subscribers, just wanted to apologize. I haven't posted in the last 2 weeks. I was going through something personal, but that's starting to get cleared up now. So expect a few more videos coming out this week. And so for right now, we do have the 2022 X4M with the brand new LCI edition. And next up, we're also going to have another X3M video, 2022, the LCI, and we're going to go more in depth with the X3M in that video. So that one's going to be the next one that's going to come up right for this one. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because again, guys, we're going to be putting out videos every single week, and so you definitely want to stay tuned. So getting right into the video, guys, this one's going to be the 2022 X4M. This is the Brooklyn Gray. And we already did one X3M video before, another Brooklyn Gray one, but that one didn't have any driving dynamics or driving impressions or driving videos. So for this one, we do have a couple. We're going to be doing some drive-bys. We're going to be doing some revs. So I'm going to go straight right into the drive-bys first, and let me know what you guys think. And then right after that, we're going to be doing a quick little walk around of the whole vehicle as well. Here we go. Alright guys, so let me know what you guys thought about that. I honestly think that the X4M sounds great, and one of the biggest things that I've noticed even while I was making this video is that the difference between Sport and Sport Plus is actually very noticeable. If you guys heard, Sport sounded loud, but Sport Plus actually had more of the burbles and pops, so that's definitely one great thing to note. Also guys, one of the other great things that got updated for this vehicle, the X3M and the X4M, was the torque. Now, I could definitely feel it when I was doing the drive-bys. I could definitely feel a ton more torque. And also, BMW has also made some adjustments to the engine to reduce the turbo lag as well. So, combining added torque with less turbo lag, you can definitely tell that this vehicle just drives a bit more aggressive, a bit more sporty compared to the last generation. And it's definitely noticeable. I've driven the X3M before. I've test driven the X4M flat out on the highway before as well too, and this vehicle, the pickup, is definitely much more noticeable. So yeah guys, the biggest thing was about the torque. And so basically for our last generation, the torque was actually 442 foot-pounds of torque, and now with the new LCI edition we actually have 479 foot-pounds of torque. That is, I believe, if I got my math right, is around 37 foot-pounds of torque more. So that's definitely a great big change. Also, a couple other things that also help with the torque too is that now the engine is further enhanced with a 3D printed cylinder head core and also a forged crankshaft. So yeah guys, with added torque comes a better 0 to 60 time. So what we're looking at in the past for claimed 0 to 60 times was 4.1, and now the new one, the new LCI edition, is going to push it down to 3.9 seconds. And that's just for the regular models, guys. If you're looking at the competition model like this one, it used to be 4.0 seconds to 60, and now we're dropping it down all the way to 3.7. That's 0.3 seconds quicker than the previous going model. So yeah guys, that has pretty much what has changed in terms of performance of the vehicle. Now, if we're comparing to the visual changes of the vehicle, another great big change that has changed in the vehicle is the front end that you're looking at right here, and we're going to get a little bit closer to it. But you can see the little side fenders on the bottom portion of the bumper. Those all have changed. The lines are much more sharper. The grille is a bit more sharper as well. Grills are actually connected now. In the past, they weren't connected, but now they are. And also, if the if the vehicle does have a 3D view, you're going to see the camera right in between the grille as well, on the middle line as well. You can also see the intakes right there as well. One of the greatest changes that I love about the bumper is if you look on the far left and the far right, they have like a hockey stick type design. In person, that actually looks really nice. If you see it in the video, it doesn't look as great, but in person it does stand out a lot more, and it looks great. Checking out the side profile of the vehicle, it has pretty much stayed the same. Hasn't changed too much from the last generation for just the side portion as well. If you guys are interested in what these wheels are, the wheels are really nice. They are the 21-inch V-spoke bi-color jet black wheels. Personally, these are my second favorite. The other type of wheel that the X4M and the X3M can come with are actually the 21-inch M double spoke bi-color wheels. That is what you saw in the last video that we did of the X3M. And the vehicle that we're going to be recording next, which is going to be the blue X3M, that is also going to have this specific wheel that I just mentioned. But again, guys, the wheels that are on this vehicle are the 21-inch V-spoke bi-color jet black wheels. And they do come with performance non-run flat tires. Again, guys, if you ever do get an M car, more likely than not, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, but M cars do not come with all-season tires. So when you're in the market for looking for a M car, definitely be prepared to buy a winter set if you plan on daily driving your vehicle through the winter time. You're definitely going to need it. For the people who have never driven with summer tires in the winter, I would highly recommend not doing so. You're going to ruin your car. You're going to go into a ditch, and you're probably going to kill yourself. So don't do that. Jumping into the inside of the vehicle, you can see a nice little X logo that's on the top side of the door right beneath the speakers. Really nice, really nicely embossed. But the biggest changes that we're going to see here. So you're going to see the center display. That's the new M version center displays that were previously found in the new M5 LCI and the M8s. Now the X3Ms and X4Ms, they also have this new M display that you can see right here as well. And it looks a lot better. Much better than the last going one, I'll tell you that. Steering wheel pretty much stayed the same for the most part. You got your two M buttons right there. If you do want to program those, you would just have to be inside the setup menu within the vehicle, and you would just adjust how you want your steering to feel, how you want your suspension to feel, and just press and hold whichever M2 or M1 button. You'll hear a beep and the settings will be saved. Seats right here, they look great. On the upper shoulder portions, I do love how that sticks out a bit for the M cars. It gives great shoulder support as you're going around the turns as well. The M badging within the headrest that lights up at night, that's not going anywhere anytime soon. All the previous M cars, they all have it too, and it's nice. Here we have some center console changes. It's pretty similar to the 3 Series that's going on right now, but you can see that this whole center console right here is all new. It's much more simple. And the buttons that you would use on a daily basis are the ones that you physically see. If you do want to go more in depth with fine-tuning the AC controls, there's actually a menu button on that strip as well. This is some more changes that we see on the bottom here. It's going to be the new M console that you see in the middle right here. Controller knob also updated. Everything here, the touch and feels really great. We see a nice little slant right here. That wasn't there in the previous models. It gives a nice little touch on the center console as well. There's also a exhaust button inside this vehicle that you just saw blinking there. Now you can use that to turn on your vehicle so you don't wake up the neighbors in a quiet way. It comes much in handy. Right here, we're going to swing over to the back and we're going to see some more changes for the X4M. See that the taillights are a bit slimmer. The bottom portion, the bottom bumper is going to be your biggest change. Much more aggressive. Sharper lines all around the whole car, actually. Big shout out to BMW Sudbury for letting us use this vehicle. But yeah, guys, you can see some pretty good changes in the back, especially on the quarter right there on the bottom. You see some reflectors on the bottom left side, and you see it on the bottom right side as well. One quick note for the X4M, if you want to open the trunk, you actually push in the logo. That's right, you actually push in the logo to find the switch for the trunk. I believe only the X3, the X4M has that feature. So if you do have X4, there's a way that you can open the trunk. Just push in the logo. I bet half of you or some of you didn't know that. Cool little fun fact. Also, there's a spoiler, lip spoiler on the back. Gives the X4M a bit more of a sporty look. Flipping into the trunk of the vehicle, trunk space has pretty much stayed the same, so nothing too much has changed here. You can configure a couple of things. If you see that little privacy shade, you can remove that. There's also one on the windshield too, or the back rear mirror, or the back rear glass. There's a privacy shade on that too, which you can remove if you need to. The rear seats can fold down. It's a 40-40-20 split. There's a button there to close the trunk. There's also one on the right that you just saw that will close the trunk and lock the car in case you need it to. But walking around the side of the vehicle again with the windows down and the sunroof open, the shape of this vehicle is really nice. It's definitely going to turn some heads for sure. If you guys wanted to know my opinion on why I'd get the X4M versus the X3M, is basically going to be that shape. That's going to be your biggest thing. Plus, a lot of people are getting more into the cross tour design, or the crossover design, I should say. And if you're a fan of that, if you're a fan of being unique or driving something unique or more trendy, this X4M is going to be perfect. Also, guys, make sure you guys check out our brand new website. It's www.bmreview.com. A link down below. Definitely check that out. We're actually selling a couple more products. We sold some mats last week, and they're being shipped off to Arizona. So if you guys need some BMW products or even just regular car products, check out our website, www.bmreview.com, link down below. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Expect the X3M in blue coming up next week. We got some pretty cool clips of that. If you guys have questions that you want for the X3M whenever it comes out, feel free to write it down in the comment box below for this video if you need to. And if you guys have any questions for this vehicle, if you have questions about the rims, the colors, or anything, feel free to reach out to me. Write it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Again, guys, stay tuned and subscribe.